Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Morning Cartooning. I'm teacher Noah, and I'm so excited to be drawing with you today. Let's take a deep breath. Let it out and wake up. How's everybody doing today? I see everybody's already in the chats. That's awesome. Hi, Kylie. Hi, Mateo. Hi, Camilla. Hi, who else? Glory. I'm so excited to be drawing with you all today. Hi, Jocelyn. Let's see. Oh, Emmy and Kai are here too. Blaine is here. Awesome. And Elizabeth, I believe. Yes. I'm so excited to be drawing with you guys today. I have a lot of fun stuff to do. It's going to be so much fun. And let's get started. So, excuse me. Today, we're going to be learning about drawing faces and emotions. And those are really tricky subjects, but I'm confident that we can make it nice and easy for everybody to follow along too. So, before we get into that, I wanted to go over our morning game plan for pretty much basically what we're going to do today. So now if you look at this slide, we have good morning. That's what we're doing right now. And then we have our quote of the day. So I'm going to share with you guys a quote by an artist that I truly admire. And then we're going to do our art review. And then we're going to draw some faces. Then we're going to take a karate break to do some stretches and exercises. And can we show them the slide too? And then we're also going to draw some expressions with those faces that we learned how to draw. And then we're going to do a challenge of the day. And that's something I'm going to ask you guys to do if you want to work on after we end the live stream. And then I have a question panel, and then I will say goodbye. And then we're going to do this all again tomorrow morning. So don't worry about that. Okay. So first off, as we see the little sun at the top of the screen move, that's how we're going to know where we're at. So this is like our timeline at the top of the screen, and you're going to see that over all the slides. So if we switch, our quote of the day comes from Stan Lee. He's the writer who came up with Spider-Man and the Hulk and Captain America and the Avengers and all those guys that you love. And he actually said that when he was first writing comics, he did not think that he was a great, he kind of felt dorky about writing comics because he said other people were doing some crazy stuff. Like he had friends that were building bridges, he had friends that were, scientists and politicians and teachers and stuff. And he felt like being a comic book writer, it wasn't the best profession because he didn't feel like he could help a lot of people. But as he wrote comic strips and he heard how his comics and his drawing, or how his stories that he was creating helped people, he realized that they were helping people a lot. And I think his quote summarizes that up, so I'm going to read it to you right now. So he said, "I used to be embarrassed because I was just a comic book writer. And then I began to realize entertainment is one of the most important things in people's lives. If you're able to entertain people, you're doing a good thing. Because some days you don't need the best advice or you don't need necessarily help, you just need to be able to laugh or be entertained." All right, so that's what we're going to do today. We're going to hopefully entertain you, and yeah, let's get right into it. Now, art review, that's the next part that we're going to jump into. Art review. This means that we're going to look at everybody's art that people shared with me from last time's live stream. All right, and I think somebody asked me that in the comics. That's what we're going to do right now. We're going to show the art in 3, 2, 1. All right, so here's some drawings that we have from some of the attendees, the live streamers. We have Zoe did these awesome, I like your Sonic the not the porcupine, I keep on saying porcupine, Sonic the cactus. And I love the fur that you drew on the cat, very cute. Let's see what else we got. You did some awesome drawings of your shape games. That mushroom is spot on, very nice. And I love the worm too. Is that a cat in the hat in the corner too? Jocelyn, I like yours a lot. Let's see what you have. You have some really cool colors. I love the crown, how you added so many colors. And Glory and Leslie, you guys did some, wow, you got some like skull and crossbones, a cacti, lots of shapes. Very cool, very fun. Oh, and Jocelyn, you also have a bunch of textures that you submitted. Yeah, if you sent it this morning, I won't have a chance to add it, but I will be able to add it for tomorrow's live stream because we're going to do the same thing tomorrow. But we're going to do a different drawing lesson, but we're going to do live at the same time tomorrow. So as long as you send it to me through email or through Instagram, I'll add it in. We also have a couple more things. Here we have, excuse me, Mateo and Camilla. They did some awesome drawings. We have a picture of their whole setup, which I love, love, love seeing art setups. If you have an art setup that you really like, definitely share it. I love seeing how each artist sets up their table and their desk. Yeshua got some awesome textures, it looks like, when he did his picture, which I think is so cool, and it looks like he was just watching it on your phone, which is, I think, is really fun, is that with the live stream through YouTube, you guys can check it out via like your phone. You can check it on an iPad or a tablet. You can watch it on a computer or even on your big screen TV, and you can just draw wherever you want to go, which is great because drawing is always should be able to be done anywhere. We have Charity and Genève did some awesome pictures, and I think there we go. Okay, yeah. And they even posted a video of their whole setup, which I loved seeing their setup. Oh, and there you go, it's playing right now, which is kind of cool. All right. And we're going to move right on to the drawing part of the class. Okay, let me see. Anything? He's a hedgehog. Yes, I know he's not a porcupine. Thank you, Justin. Hi, Colin. And hi, Michaela. Hi, Kevin. Hi, Nick. If I'm not saying hi to you by name, it's just because your name is Galaxy Master 5987. So that's a little bit long. So if you say who it is, then I'll definitely give you a shout out. But very cool. Good morning, everybody. For those of you just joining, welcome. We're just looking over everybody's artworks, and yeah, let's get into it. So, last thing too, if you want to have your work featured for next week and tomorrow's or whatever next live stream it is, just submit your artwork to noahfontana@gmail.com, and then you'll be featured on the next episode. And that's just the best way to ensure that I'll know whose it is, and make sure to include your name too. That way I can give you some credit just like I did with all these awesome people. Hi, Jackson. Hi, Kylie. Very cool. All right, so, and I'm going to show this again at the end of the stream, so you'll be able to remember my email if you forget it or if you decide that you do want to share something. So we're going to move on to drawing faces. And let's do it. Cool. All right. So to start off drawing faces, get your paper, get your pencils out. I like to start with a blue pencil, so kind of like this. A lot of artists use blue because when you try to scan it in later, it doesn't show up as well, and that's what makes it work, because then you can draw over it with your outline. So for right now, I'm going to start with blue. You guys can use whatever color you want, though. So let's start with just a regular circle. And then we're going to add it a little bit at the bottom to make it almost like an egg shape, like this. There we go. And if you look, I'm drawing it really, really sketchy and really, really loose and really, really light. And that's because these lines we're not going to keep. We're going to erase them later. So I don't want to draw them really dark like that, because then that's going to be really hard to erase if you're drawing it on paper and pencil. Now what we're also going to do is we're going to draw a straight line straight down. And then we're going to draw a straight line across about halfway through. Hold on, let's try that one more time. Straight line. There we go. Cool. So now we have 1/2 and 1/2. Now what's interesting is that not a lot of people know this, is that your face, if you split it in half from top to bottom, that's going to be where your eyes are. They don't lie. A lot of people sometimes will draw the eyes up here on a face, but actually they're way down lower. So to draw the eyes, we're going to start with a little circle in the center, in the very center of that little crosshairs. Can we do a picture in a picture? Now to get the best scale, for our eyes and for the whole face, we're going to make sure that we can fit 5 of these circles in the face. So we're going to draw one more here, one more here, one more here, and one more here. And voila. Now we have 5 circles of all the same shape, and that fits across the whole head. Now, if you drew it and your circles are a little bit too small, like this, like if you draw one circle small and you try to stretch it out like that, that's not really going to work because now they're all the different sizes, and we want it to make sure they're all the same size. Let's see your questions. Hold on. Hi, Penny Jones. Hi, Jackson. I'm excited too. Hi, Lucas. All right. The eyes, yes. So we have a question that says the eyes the eyes are usually on the same line as the ears, right? And yes. The ears are going to cross a little bit over, and we're going to get to that in a second, but you'll see, yeah, they're roughly around the same line. And right now I'm using, you can't see, but it's called the 6B pencil in the sketching brush library on Procreate, and that's what I'm using, because it's the most like an actual pencil that I would use on paper. So remember, keep your circles the same size, and let's say my first circle that I drew, let's see. Let's say my first circle was way too big, like this. Right? And we're doing like a Cyclops kind of character. If I did the circle like this, now I can only fit 3 circles. That doesn't mean I should widen the face like that. It's wide like that, because then that's going to mess up all of our proportions. So with the circle that we started with, this circle, and then the little egg shape, try to fit in 5 circles like that, right there. Perfect. Just like, and see how scribbly I am? That's totally okay. We're going to keep it scribbly and keep it loose just so that we don't worry about making it look perfect right now. Yes, and they don't look like eyes. It's honestly, it's going to get a lot creepier before it gets better looking first. So that's part of the fun in drawing a face like this. All right, and cool. I think I've caught up with everybody's questions. If you have questions, definitely leave them in the comments, and I'll get to them, and I'll answer them when I can. All right, so let's see what we got. So we have the eyes. We're going to add the nose. The nose should be right here, right under where the circle ends, right here. And this is also about halfway. So this is now halfway from here to here. It's another half. It's another half. Or if you want, you can view it like this. It's 1/4 from the entire face. So this is where the nose is. We're going to draw a circle for the nose. We're going to draw 2 little circles, almost like an upside down Mickey Mouse head. And then for the mouth, we're going to draw 2 little circles and 1 bigger circle, like a right side up. But it's going to be a little bit smaller than where the nose is. And then that's a pretty good structure for our head. Right. Avery and Grayson are here. Good morning. All right. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're drawing the human face right now. Right now, this is for either a boy or a girl. Doesn't matter. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up a new layer. I'm going to draw this on a new layer. And I'm going to lighten this bottom layer like that. Cool. That looks about right. Okay. And now I did this so that you guys can see the new lines that I'm drawing. And I'm going to draw these new lines in, let's see. Okay, in the comments, can you guys tell me what color I should pick for these new lines? We're going to add basic shapes for this next layer. First one to comment is the color that I'm going to pick. See? Good morning. All right. Oh, I'm sorry your internet is being sucky. I hope that it gets a little bit clearer soon. All right. In the comments, comment what color I should pick for the next line that I'm going to draw. It definitely is, and it's going to look a lot creepier soon in a second. Gray red. All right. That's our winner. Oh, and we got an orange too. All right, let me see. Gray red. There we go. Oh, of course, I was expecting purple from you. All right.
The name is Gray.
Oh, it's just red. That's funny. I was reading that gray red. That's funny. Okay, we're going to do red. We're going to do this line. Now this is the stage, so what we just did was like a rough layer, a rough sketch. And that's like basically the skeleton of the human head. Basically almost like a stick figure for the face. Now what we're gonna use, I used red after that, I do blue. Maybe I'll do purple for the last line, how about that? Now this is like the stick figure for our sketch. What we're gonna do is now we're gonna add simple shapes on top of it. And a simple shape is just like a sphere. It's like a block, a cube, or something that's three-dimensional. So we're going to try to make this look a little bit more three-dimensional because right now it looks very, very flat, and we want it to look three-dimensional. So what we're going to do is we're going to find the eyes that we want to keep. So we're not going to keep this eye, we're not going to keep this eye, we're not going to keep that eye. All those were just to help us make sure we were drawing the eyes the right size. The ones that we are going to keep are the ones that are left over, and we're going to trace over them. Now, if you're doing this with just one sheet of paper, you can trace over it with either a different color or you could just do it a little bit darker. Or if you want to try a technique, it's called the light box technique. And what you do is you have something that's shining from the bottom up, and you can put another piece of paper on top. And even if it's not tracing paper, you'll be able to still see through it because of the light shining through. And if you don't have a light box, which they make for artists, you can actually tape your drawings up to a window that has light shining through the other side, and then you'll be able to see through pages if you put another page on top of your original drawing. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to draw over this eye like that. There we go. We're going to draw over that eye. And again, don't worry if this looks creepy. This is going to look still very creepy. This is probably going to look even worse because we're adding a little bit more of the details now, but we're not actually adding the details that make it look like a person. We're just adding the details that are going to be our structure so that we can trace over them one more time. All right. Now, in this eye, we're going to add an iris, and the iris is the colored part of your eyeball. So we're going to add an iris like that. Here we go. And then inside that iris, we're going to add our pupil, which is the black dot in the center of our eyeball. So this is going to be a little bit smaller now. And now this is the part where it looks really weird. All right, let's see. How are you guys doing? Let me know how you guys are following along in the comments, and if you have any questions or things that you'd like to know about while we're drawing this. I'm going to do a little rough outline for the eyebrows, just so I know what the general where they are going to be. There we go. Cool. All right. Now for the nose, we're going to draw the sphere again. We're just going to trace over it just so it's a little bit cleaner. And for the mouth, we're going to draw a straight line through the mouth like this. And then we're going to trace over the circles again. That way when we add another page on top, we'll be able to see through it again. Yes, it definitely does not look like a human. It looks like a robot. 100%. Okay, and we're going to also add in where our ears are going to be. So our ears are going to be just around where the eyes are on the top, and then at the top of the nose. So like this would be the top of the nose. The ears would go right about there. Let's see. There we go. There we go. Cool. All right. Now, the last thing that we're going to do before we switch is we're going to, I just read your comment. Don't worry if your face looks worse. This is not my first time drawing the face. So this is, I've been drawing the face since I was very young. And so this is not my first time. I've definitely practiced this a lot. Practice makes perfect, and it's really true. I can't help you if it looks like a frog, though. That might be, you might want to start over with that one. If it looks like a frog, I would love to see it, though. So comment it, send me an email with it, and then I can check it out. We can share it next week or next episode. All right. what we're going to do now is we're going to kind of round out the face to whatever the shape of the face is that you want. So for mine, I'm going to go up like this. So now this is where we're kind of like filling it in. So I'm going to give this guy a little bit bigger cheeks, a little bit rounder chin. Like that. Now this is also a great time if you want to start blocking in the hair. And what I mean by blocking in the hair is, I mean, just like how we're doing the basic shapes for the face, we're going to block in the basic shape for the hair, okay? An elephant and a zombie, yes. Zombie is what we're going for right now. That's what it should look like. All right. So if you guys want, comment below what you think the hairstyle for this person should be, and I'll try to draw it in. All right. We can do like anything with a good flow to it. I feel like a mohawk, we can do a mohawk, but that usually sticks straight up. So what's got a good flow? What kind of hairstyle? I'm going to try out a couple different examples while I'll let you guys comment below, and I'll pick my favorite one. Okay. And yes, hands are coming, but hands are not today. We are going to learn how to draw hands, though. Don't worry. An afro. Ooh, that's a good one. Spiky. Mild spiky. I'm kind of feeling the afro. Let's do that. That's fun. So for an afro, this is a perfect one for doing a basic shape. Oof, that is not the shape that I want it to be. Okay, there we go. We're going to keep it loose and sketchy, just so we can play around with the shape and feel it out. A lot of art, I think a lot of people think that artists draw and it's perfect on their first line, but that's not even true. Most artists that I know, they all do a really rough, loose sketch like this, and then that way they can kind of sift through their drawings and then find the ones that they like the best. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm just keeping it loose, keeping it sketchy, trying to find what feels good. All right. All right. And hopefully you guys are coming up with your own hairstyle too. You definitely don't, this is the part that you guys can be really creative with and make it whatever hairstyle you want. Cool. All right, now I'm going to hide our bottom layer, that blue layer like this. And I'm going to make this one a little bit lighter because this is going to symbolize that I'm actually going to add another layer on top, and our layer on top is going to be details. This one, I think I said I was going to do purple, so I'm going to do a dark purple. Let's do it. Okay, there we go. Let's see, how does that look? All right, cool. I like that look. Now we're going to go in and we're going to do the details. So this is the fun part. This is where it actually looks like a good looking human and not a crazy zombie cyborg robot monster. All right. I think it should be a little curl. Yes, so the curl is going to come next. What we're going to do is, though, we're not doing the details until this step right now. So that's why I didn't do the details in the step before. We're just getting the general shape. So whatever kind of hairstyle you did, you shouldn't have added any details yet, but that's what we're going to do right now. So I'm going to start with the eyes right here. Now, the trick with the eyes is that we all have eyelids, and that's what we're going to start with. So I did 2 dots on either side of the eye, like that. And we're just going to connect those 2 dots together by drawing an ellipse. An ellipse is like a curve. And we're going to do that over the top of the eye, and it should come right over the iris. So it's just going to cross right over the iris like this. Now, don't worry, this is going to look totally normal in the end. Right now it looks weird, but we're going to fix it up and make it look a lot better, okay? And then the other eyelid that we're going to do is going to go underneath the eye from one dot to the next. But this one, we're not going to let it touch the iris, which is the colored part. This is the iris right here, and this is the pupil. There we go, just so you can see. Okay? Yeah, of course. You guys can draw. Yeah, keeping it bald is definitely the simple way to go. And of course, you can draw whatever character you want. This is just a general structure for you to draw the human face. So I'm going to leave those words there so you can remember what I'm talking about. I'm going to start on the other eye instead. So here we go. We have the 2 dots. We're going to let it cross over like that. And we're going to let it cross underneath and just barely touch the iris is okay. Now we're going to trace over the iris itself. We're going to give it a nice dark outline. Like that. And we're going to trace over the pupil and make it look nice and dark. The pupil is always going to be black. Now what I like to do is I like to give it a shine. So I do a little circle, and usually the sun is up in the sky, so the shine is going to come down from above. And now we're going to have a shine coming from above, so that's going to be the top of the iris. Now when I start to color it, I usually go like this. So let's say this is the eyeball, this is the bigger size right here. I usually start to do zigzags like that and just vary how close or far I make them apart, like that. So that's what I'm going to do right here. I want to start at the top, making it nice and dark. And then as we get to the bottom, I'm going to make it lighter. And there we go. That looks like a pretty good eye, I would say. Now, I'm going to make, mine looks like he just woke up. You guys are funny. Yeah, hopefully the eyelids help and make it not look so zombie-like or robot-like. Now, I'm going to give it some bigger eyelashes too, just to show you what that looks like. So for bigger eyelashes, I like to just darken the top eyelid closer to the outside. So this is the outside right here. And I'd like to darken that. And then what's cool is that with drawing, some people think that you need to do all the little details and that's going to make it look better. What usually actually helps is just giving the illusion of the details. So I want to give the illusion of eyelashes by only drawing a couple little spikes coming out of the eyelash at the top. There we go. And there we go. Now, this still looks like she's sleepy, but if we remove that layer underneath, like that, it'll look a little bit more awake. So it's just because we have the layer underneath that it looks a little bit sleepy still. So I'm going to quickly, we're going to sketch in the eyebrow. And you can make the eyebrows whatever shape you are. Eyebrows are pretty versatile. So whatever shape you like for the eyebrow. Let's see how you guys are doing in the comments. Wait. Yeah, the tiredness is probably because you still have these lines right here. That's going to make it look tired, and this is going to make it look tired. But if you get rid of those lines, it looks a little bit it looks a little bit more awake. All right. Let's draw the nose now. So for the nose, if we look at the circles, we're going to follow that shape. We're going to trace around part of it, though. We're going to draw the little nostril here. Draw a little shape right there. Follow the curve of the circle. And then one more just like that. And we can even, here I'm going to erase these words now. We could even draw a little nose on top, like a little curve on top like that. Now if you look, when we erase the bottom line, that's what it looks like. And it looks like a nose. So it's coming together. It's starting to look more like a human, hopefully for yours too. All right, there we go. Cool. All right. And for the lips, for the mouth, now if the person is wearing lipstick and they're making their lips look like larger and puffier, we can do the top lip. But if you're trying to make somebody look like they're not wearing lipstick or somebody that just doesn't have his full lips, you can avoid the top part of the lip. And that usually does the trick. So I'm going to show you what I mean right here. So for the top lip, you just follow the curve over right there, over those two circles. And we can give a little like dimple crease for a small like smile. Oops, too big. There we go. And then we're going to draw a straight line, a slightly curved but mostly straight line on the bottom. And we're going to draw one last curve that's going to connect the bottom. Now if you erase this at the bottom line, there you go. Now you have your lips. And if you want to make it look like less full lips, you could erase the top. All you do is erase the top. And now they still look like lips, but they don't look as like lush. All right. Still around Sleepy Frog. A weird office person. Yes, so also right now we're drawing a person that has no emotion whatsoever and they're just staring blankly in front of you. We're going to get into the emotions in just a little bit and adding a little bit more feel to it, but for right now it's just going to be a dead face. So this is going to be like as if the person wasn't like awake but their eyes were open. So it's still going to look kind of weird. All right, for the ear, ears are always tricky because they're always so different. So I like to stick with like a little trick that I have. So I draw one line here, which kind of shows the ridge of the ear right there. And then I like to draw one curve like that, kind of like a backward C, the letter C. And that kind of gives the illusion of an ear. And we'll just keep it simple for that. If you want to get better at drawing ears, obviously the best way is to draw ears in practice and also look at people's ears. And then now is the part where we get to draw the texture for the hair. So you guys can draw the texture for the hair. See what we got. How are you guys doing? Nice. All right. Hopefully it looks like, I think you guys are following along pretty well. Aside from a few frogs and elephant people. There we go. And also the trick with the hair is the same thing with the eyelashes, is you don't want to draw each individual hair because that almost is too much detail. And when we look at a person, we actually don't register that they have every individual hair. That's like when we say you got a haircut, you don't actually mean you got each individual haircut. We're talking about just your hair as it's one body. So think of it like that. And so when we draw your hair, you should try to keep it simplified like that. So let's say if we're going to shade the hair in, I'm just going to keep it nice and bold, like that. And also, if you don't know how to shade yet, we're also going to do another class on shading soon too. And then I'm going to go over how to like really shade and make an object look three-dimensional. So for right now, just do the best that you can, and we'll be able to adjust it later if we need to. There we go. So if you see, I just did the outline of the hair and I gave that little bit of texture. And then for the inside of the hair, I did it just with shading. And so now you can see how it kind of gives the illusion of hair even without it being there. And voila. Now, we're going to, just for time's sake, I'm going to pause right here and we're going to move on to our next activity, which is going to be our exercise. Because right now, everything else here, you can just copy on the other side. And I want to make sure we have time to do everything that I have planned for us today. So we just did drawing faces. Now we're going to switch to our karate break. All right? So here we go. We're going to move, and we're going to go to a different section. Oops, hold on one second. I got to fix my speaker. There we go. All right. Cool. All right. So we're going to start. We're going to do our stretches again. We're going to twist a little bit that way. Oh, good. All right. We're going to stretch our arms. Stretch your arms like this. And make sure you get into a nice space where you're not going to hit any walls or anything like that. Stretch out your arms like that. There we go. And I'm going to show you guys a couple karate moves that I know from when I used to teach karate. And hopefully it'll get us a little bit moving, a little bit more, and a little blood pumping in case you're getting frustrated with the drawings, because I know that happens to me a lot too. All right, so we're going to start in a stance called a horse riding stance. So this is what you do. You spread out your feet like this, really wide, and you sit down like you're sitting on a horse, okay? And the idea is that you keep your thighs as low to the ground as you can so that they're almost flat, almost as if you could balance a cup of water on your legs. Now this is going to make your legs tired a lot, so it's okay if you bounce a little bit like that, almost like you're riding a horse, okay? Now, we're going to start, this is called loading your hands. So we're going to keep our hands loaded right here, and this is where you're going to do all of your moves from. So you're going to keep your hands here, and we're going to start with a block, just a regular block. Now, to do a block, you want to make sure you're making a fist. To do a safe fist, you're not going to put your thumb inside your hand. You're going to put your thumb outside your hand like this, and make sure you tuck your thumb in like that. If your thumb is out here, when you punch or when you hit something, you might break your thumb. So we're going to keep our hands like this. Okay? Now, when we do the block, this is called a cross block because it's going to go across our face. Okay? Now, you're going to sit right here on your horse, and you're going to bring your arm up, twist, and then go across your face, just like that. And that's called a cross block. And we're going to do it with the other hand. Cross your face. Now, if you stop right here, something that's coming at you right here, that's still going to hit you. So you have to make sure you go all the way across your face and twist your whole body. So make sure you're twisting. Okay? That's going to give you extra power when you cross block. Okay, here we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Hope you guys did that well. We're going to do it one more time. This time we're going to count in Japanese. Ready? Here we go. Or Chinese. I'm not sure. Leave in the comments what it is. Ready? Ich, ni, san, chi, go. All right. Good job. Cool. You guys feeling good? You guys are your legs getting tired yet from your horse stance? Okay, I'm going to show you a different stance just so we can relax for a second. This is called a ready stance. So you put your hands right here in front of your hips, and you're going to stand like this, and this is called a ready stance. So you just keep your legs shoulder distance apart. So wherever your shoulders are, that's the distance that you're going to keep apart. Shoulder distance apart, load up your hands. Now we're going to learn how to do a punch. Okay, same fist, keep your thumb on the outside, not the inside. And here we go. And when we do the punch, we're going to come from here. We're going to go straight out, and as we punch, we're going to twist and hit with these two knuckles. So I don't want you guys hitting anybody. This is just for protection and for exercise. So we're not going to hit any siblings. We're not going to hit any bullies or anything like that. We're just using this for protection and for exercise. Okay? So when you punch, go 1, 2, 3. And as you can see, I'm pulling this arm that's already out in as I punch with the other arm. And that's how you get a nice little twist going. Now also it's tricky, and it's usually a lot of people do this when they start. They try to punch from here out like that, but then you're kind of going across, and we want to go straight out like this. So we're going to go, ready? Ich, ni, san, chi, go. There we go. Nice job. All right, let's try it again. Ready? I'm going to do a little mix up, and you guys can try to follow along. We're going to do either a cross block or a punch. Ready? Okay. Ich, ni, san, chi, go, ruku, sichi, hachi, ku, ju. Oh, are you able to catch up and keep up? Nice job. Cool. All right, now let's try going back in the horse riding stance. We're going to try it one more time. Ready? Shake out your arms, get loose. Okay, load them up. Okay, I'm going to count all the way to 10, and you're going to try to follow along. Ready? Here we go. Ich, ni, san, chi, go, ruku, sichi, hachi, ku, ju. All right, were you able to keep up? Very cool. All right, we're going to go sit back down and draw some more. But thank you. This is what we do in the martial arts school, where you bow to the person. And that's like kind of like shaking your hand saying, thank you for teaching me, thank you for learning with me, and thank you for making me tired. All right, let's go sit down. Whew. And make sure you drink some water too. Now is a good time. All right. Oh yeah, if you guys have done martial arts too, you probably know those counts before too. Let's see. Whew. I'm catching my breath now while I read the comments. Very good, very good. Oh, it looks like you guys were still able to work on your face and adjust them a little bit. How did you guys do with those blocks and punches? Were you able to keep up and follow along? All right, let me know in the comments what you guys did and how you were able to keep up. Okay. Now, we're going to draw faces, and we're going to draw faces that have expressions now, so that way they don't look as weird as our zombie robot faces did. Okay? So, here we go. I'm going to pull up my drawing. Okay, so now this was the one option that we drew, right? Where we drew the face like that. Now to give it more emotion, we're going to draw it in different angles. And this is what I'm talking about right here, okay? So to draw a face in a different angle, this is what we're going to do. We're going to still start with the circle. We're going to draw 3 faces. So face number 1, 2, and 3. There we go. Cool. All right. Now for face number 1, let's have it looking up. So instead of having our egg shape go down right here like this, we're going to tilt it up instead. So we're going to draw the face up like this. We're going to have it tilted. And instead of drawing the face, the lines for the face like that, straight across, we're going to wrap them around almost like it's a beach ball. We're going to wrap the lines around the face, okay? And we're going to try to view it as a 3D. So here's the line that goes around. And then here's the line that goes across down the front. And we're going to have it drawn like this. Very nice. So to give you guys an idea just for right now, the nose is going to be right here, like this. And then the ear is going to be like this, and the eye is going to be right here. Okay? We're going to leave that one for there right now. Let's draw another pose for another face. Okay. Okay, we will get to the roundhouse kick on a different day, though. I have a lot more stuff that I want to show you for the karate, and we have some forms that I want to show you, some combat forms. So it's like a bunch of moves that you can do with a partner, and you can do a punch while they do a punch, or like while they do a block, and then you do a block while they do a punch. It's a lot of fun to do it with somebody if you have somebody to do it, especially if you're stuck at your house for a long time. So we're going to get to that, but I'm not going to show you that today because I would be showing you a lot of moves that you might not know yet. All right, cool. I'm glad you guys like the karate. Let me know in the messages, in the comments and stuff, or hit me up on Instagram if you guys like the karate. Also, let me know if you guys have suggestions on what you'd like to learn drawing-wise, and I can definitely accommodate because I have some ideas of what I want to do, but I'm open to suggestions if you guys want to learn something specific. All right, so also, while I'm drawing these different shapes, different positions of the faces, I'm going to need to give each of them an emotion. So if you guys can comment 1, 2, and 3, and then put the emotion that we should give 1, 2, and 3, that would be awesome. Okay? So in the comments, write 1, and then type an emotion, write 2, then type another emotion, and write 3, and then type the last emotion, and then we're going to add all these emotions to those faces, and I'll show you how to do that. All right, this one right here, I think we should make him, we'll make him straightforward, but we're going to make him down. What's the people are saying in the comments?
Someone wants to learn to draw anime characters.
Oh, anime characters. Parkour. Ooh, maybe we can get to parkour. That'd be fun. If we can go outside, let's do that. Okay. All right, this one I'm going to make his chin a little bit smaller because his face is going to be tilted down. So when your face gets tilted down, the top of your head starts to cover the bottom part. And so that means that your chin is going to look smaller than the top part of your head. So let's see, we got it right here. And we're also going to still curve the line that goes from your one eye, from your ear to your other ear. So this line is going to curve like this. If you look, this is like how the 3D sphere is going to look. Okay, like that. And for reference here, the ears, like that, the eyes, and then the nose is going to be like that. And so that's why the chin is going to be so small. All right. Nice. Oh, thank you guys for commenting the emotions. We're going to do one more face, and then we're going to start drawing those parts. All right. Now, last one, let's make this guy Matt, my cameraman. What kind of direction should this last face be pointing? What do you think?
Let's do an extreme.
Extreme up?
Yeah.
I like it. I like where your head's at. Let's do that. All right, my cameraman Matt said let's do an extreme face up like that. So we're going to do the opposite. We're going to draw this. We're going to draw that. Let's see. We still want to see the face. So let's draw. This is going to be the eye line. There we go, like that. So now this is going to be where the eyes are. And the nose can be right there like that. And then the mouth will be like that. So the ears, that would make the ears right there. All right. And so while drawing the face from the front might be a little easy. When you start to add all these different proportions and like and rotations for the head, it's really helpful to have the guidelines. All right, cool. All right, cool. I'm glad you guys like the karate. We'll keep on doing the karate for sure. All right. Let's see. Okay, so let me see what emotions you guys have. I'm going to lighten these so that we can draw over them. Good. Okay. All right. Let's see what we got. For 1, we got a couple happy, a couple confused. All right, let's start with happy. That's a nice one. So this one's going to be happy. When you say you want to learn pets, do you mean how to draw like pets, like animals? Or do you want me to just like bring in pets and we can learn about the pets? Because I'm open to both. I have 2 turtles at home, so I can definitely bring them in 1 week. But if you want to learn how to draw animals, we can definitely do that too. All right, 2. Oh, I like sad for 2. And I think a couple people said sad. And I think sad, number 2 works well for sad because it's looking down. All right, let's see what else we got. Excited. Okay, that's it. Yeah, excited. I think we had a couple people surprised. Oh, surprised. Let's do like an excited surprise kind of thing. Let's see. All right, cool. All right, let's start with happy. Okay. So I'm going to start. It's funny, each artist starts with a different shape, with a different part of the face. I always like to draw the eyes first because I feel like the eyes are the most expressive part, like compared to nose or ears. The mouth is pretty expressive, but I think the eyes, you can get a lot of expression just from the eyes. All right. You guys like the pet idea? All right. Maybe Slider and Mary Shelley are going to come in for a week. All right, let's see what we got. Okay. We're going to start with the eyes. This is going to be happy. So for happy, I want to make his eyes like kind of cheesing like that. So let's see. And I'm going to draw these ones a little bit more cartoony than we did the realistic part, just because cartoony is more fun to draw and it's a little bit easier too. All right. There we go. There's a nice little eyebrow. I'm going to just draw the edge of the eye like that. We're going to make his cheeks nice and round like this. Too wide, too wide. There we go. All right. And then we're going to do the same thing with the ears, right? So I draw the ridge right there, and I'm going to draw the half C, and then that helps us give the illusion of the ears. Now also, oh, we need to go back to the human face? Okay, I'm going to go back in just a second to the face. All right. Cool. Okay, we're going to go back to a second. And while I go back to the human face, just so we can look over that, I want you guys to think of what hairstyles we can add. So in the comments, put 1, 2, and 3, just like you did with the emotions, but put the hairstyle for each person. And we can do different hairstyles. And if you're having trouble thinking of other hairstyles, think of what Disney characters' hairstyles that you can have. Like, should we have like the Tarzan hairstyle, or should we have like a Little Mermaid kind of hairstyle? All right, here's our face. So this is the initial structure. All right. Here's the eyes on top. And Here are the details right here. All right. Now I'm going to slow down a little bit when we go back to these faces to help you guys out, okay? So let me know, okay, let's start with the ponytail for this guy. There we go. All right. I'm not sure what those, are those hairstyles? Is it Bloody Mary hairstyle? Do you know about that? Baby Blue the Ghost. I'm not sure. I might have to look that one up. All right. For sad, let's try to do sad. Sad will be a nice, easy one, relaxing one to do. Okay. So for sad, we're just going to draw two kind of U's for the eyes, like this. There we go. We're going to draw and also a U for the nose, but we're going to add nostrils on the side like this. There we go. Homer Simpson. Okay, we'll give this guy Homer Simpson hair. I like that just because it's funny. All right, and for the eyebrows, let's kind of make them like a curved up like this. Here, I'll show you. There we go. He's looking real sad. We'll give his face, we'll just follow along that sketch that we did. We'll just draw the top of the ear like that. Pippi Longstocking. Okay, I think we're going to do, I love Pippi Longstocking, so I think we should do the braids for the last girl who's like super excited. All right, we got to, okay. All right, here we go. Let's give him some Homer Simpson hair. So first we're going to draw the actual head itself. And let's see. It goes like that, right? And it has a squiggly line on the side, I think. How's that look, you guys? All right. Oh, and we got to give him a mouth too. We'll just give him a little like that. We'll make him pouty lips. Like that. Like he's making that with his lip. There we go. All right, and since this is from above, or since his head's tilting, we'll make his shoulders kind of like that. All right, our last one right here, we're going to do excited and surprised, and this is the one where we're going to do the pigtails, okay? Now, if you guys want to try to go ahead, or you can make your own expression too. All right, let's see. I'm going to make her eyes nice and wide. Oops, not like that. Because if you see right here with our sketch, the circle right now, it's kind of more like that shape as opposed to a circle. And the reason it changes is because if you look at a sphere that has like the eyelids over it and you tilt it back, they're not going to look like open circles anymore. So here we go. Thank you, Matt, for this incredibly difficult shot. Let's give her a nice big smile. And I know we didn't get into teeth today, so if you're having trouble with the teeth, don't even worry about it. We can work on that another day. There we go. We'll see right up her nose. There we go, like that. I think she has freckles, so we'll add some freckles in there too. How are you guys doing on there? Looks great. Doing okay? Laughing at your drawings. Totally good to be laughing at your drawings. What's his name say about happy mistakes? We'll just make them into birds.
Bob Ross?
Bob Ross, yeah. All right, let's draw our ears. I realize that I don't think I want the ears that far down, so I'm going to actually adjust that, speaking of mistakes. I'm going to make her ears like that. Let's draw, forget what the front of her hair looks like. I think she has kind of like swooshes, like at parts in the middle. That feels pretty Pippi Longstocking-esque. Hi, guys. Hi, Galaxy Master 5987. All right. Cool. Yeah, don't worry about, this is just for fun. We're not going to grade this or anything like that. There's no right or wrong. It's just we're all learning. And when we're learning, we're going to get messy and make mistakes, as the great Miss Frizzle said. All right. I'm also starting to realize that I think I made her head way too round, so I'm going to pull it in a little bit. There we go. Oh, I'm still using the 6B pencil brush. All right. Oh, I forgot. I need to draw her other eye. There we go. We're almost finishing up here. And we just got to do our pigtails. All right. Let's see. Just going to draw a guiding line, and then I'm going to draw this like little weavy kind of thing that I do for pigtails. There we go. And time off. Cool. All right. I'm going to let you guys finish off the last pigtail so that we can end. Are you using Apple Uncle? My number one looks like a death. All right. Very nice. Smiley pumpkin with moles. I would love to see that face. Definitely, if you have any funny faces that you want to share, please share them to me. I'm going to try to add them all to the slide for tomorrow, and then we can share all of our funny faces that we did tomorrow in our live stream. All right. So the challenge of today is to draw someone you know by having them pose, and you can use the method that we learned today. So that means you're going to draw the straight line down. You're going to draw the straight line across where the eyes are. You're going to do the egg shape and everything. You can even break down the faces, but you might have to change how you're going to, how big the circles are going to be for the lips or the nose or the ears. But for the eyes should stay the same in proportion to the rest of the head. Because lips and noses and ears, those all change sizes as we grow older, but eyes are actually always the same size. Eyes never change as we get older. All right, so that's our challenge for today. If you guys have any questions, you can send them to help@ctnexpo.com. And if you want to submit your drawings, and I have them up here on the slide, if you have any drawings that you want to submit or suggestions of what you guys want to draw next, you can do that. Send that to me at noahfontana@gmail.com. Can they be fake? I'm not sure what you want to be fake. Oh, like the people that you're drawing? I want you guys to try to draw the people that you're living with right now, because I feel like that would be a fun thing to do. It's also fun to see if the person can do it without smiling, or if they can make like a sad face and see how long they could hold the sad face for while they're drawing. Also, keep a look out on our Instagram. We're going to be posting updates, and I'm going to share some stories and stuff on there. So that's at @TeacherNoah. You can see it at the bottom of the screen right there. And at CTN Burbank, because that's where we are. We're at the Creative Talent Network studio in Burbank. Right now, we're closed because of the virus, but once we open up, we always have fun shows here, and it's so much fun. And we have parties here, and we have Christmas parties here, and we have holiday parties, and we have summer parties. And we have a lot of like classes that are going on too. So if you check out their website, you can see all the other classes that they're offering. I will see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to learn how to draw 3D objects. It's going to be fun. It's going to be at the same time. And yeah, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day and keep on drawing. And yes, I am drawing an Apple Pencil. If you have any questions, message me on Instagram, or I'll try to hop on YouTube, the YouTube video once it goes up, and I can talk to you guys in the comments on the YouTube videos. I know we're putting up the Tuesday one soon. Okay, have a great day, guys. Bye.